What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Monday. I'm doing pretty good myself, and I hope you had a very nice, relaxing weekend. They go too damn fast, if you understand what I'm saying. But nevertheless, this story right here comes out of Millville, Delaware. Happened last year where you had these two losers. They were volunteer firefighters. Jay Droney to your left is 27 years old, and Jordan Hastings, 23, decided that it was cool to fashion a noose out of some rope and chase a black firefighter, a peer, co-worker, around, talking about, come here, boy, and this and that, As a result of that, well, they were fired and they were brung up on hate crime charges. Rightfully so, you know what I mean? You got low-life, subhuman races like these two that you see before you that think it's some nice to play jokes like this or games, which to me is nothing funny about. It's not even a joke. This is real right here. You know what I mean? And well, like I said, they were arrested and brung up on hate crime charges, you see. Now, I have a video clip that I want us to check out that gets more in depth about the situation when it took place just last year in February 2024, So without further ado, let's check this clip out and then we'll get back to the commentary.
More fallout here at the Millville Fire Department after two volunteers are arrested for a hate crime. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with court documents shedding new light on what led to felony charges.
Two volunteers were arrested for chasing a Millville fire employee with a noose. We now know exactly what was said and how this crime, which was on Valentine's Day last year, came to light now. Coast TV News reporter Zakia Jennings is live in Millville. Zakia, you spoke with the victim.
The victim declined to be interviewed, but referred us here to the Millville Fire Department, where he still works. According to the fire department's public information officer, the victim came forward on his own. According to the fire department, he did not initially come forward in 2024 with the thoughts of, quote, societal attacks and the hope that the racist incident would go away on its own. These are the two men who are arrested on hate crime charges. Jay Droney and Jordan Hastings. According to court documents exclusively obtained by Coast TV, Droney approached the victim and was swinging a rope tied like a noose while the victim was grilling food and said, quote, come here, boy. Court documents say Droney chased the victim with the noose and was laughing while the victim ran away. According to court documents, after that, the victim says Droney has called him a racial slur multiple times and would talk about cotton fields in front of him. According to court documents, Jordan Hastings filmed the incident on Snapchat. A detective says when they interviewed Hastings, he said it was a joke and the rope was a fireman's knot. According to the detective, the video clearly showed Droney carrying a noose. Both men are now facing felony charges. Both Droney and Hastings have had their membership revoked from the Millville Volunteer Fire Company. The fire department declined to speak with us today, but told us this is the behavior of two rogue individuals and that the racist hate crime was handled within hours of fire officials being notified. Live in Millville, Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
Zakia, thank you. The incident in question did happen in February 2024, Valentine's Day actually. This wasn't reported until a week ago. What prompted that? According to court documents, on April 9th, when the victim got to work, people began talking about how Droney wrote a letter to the newspaper and department, alleging the department was doing a lot of suspicious things. According to the documents, the victim then stated, quote, what about all the things Jay has done to me, unquote. That in turn started conversations which eventually led to fire department leadership being notified and started this investigation and eventually led to this arrest.
And we know one of the men arrested, Jay Droney, joined the La Plata Volunteer Fire Department in Maryland. That's actually according to the department themselves. They say he joined April 7th. They say a standard background check was done and didn't show any issues or pending charges, but they say once they found out about this charge in Millville, La Plata Fire immediately suspended him, saying in part, quote, "We do not condone any form of hate, harassment, or behavior that is contrary to the values of public service," end quote.
And this all comes just months after a firefighter with the Lewis Fire Department was caught on the radio using a racial slur. According to the Lewis Fire Department, the member who made the slur was put on a 30-day suspension, was removed from office, and is required to take diversity training. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how should fire departments build trust?
Let's take a look at the updated results. So far, if you look at your screen here, you can see 58% say stronger leadership, 10% say community events, 18% say more training, and 14% say outside audits.
If you haven't voted yet,
if you ask me about that poll that they just took, if you want to really build trust with the community, make public examples out of assholes like this who see it fit, you understand, to form nooses and chase somebody around with them talking about, "Come here, boy." I guarantee you, if this particular thing had been done to me, they'd have known about it that day, that particular day. I can assure you it would have. See, whoever this man was that ran from them, you gave them power to think that they can do something like that to you and actually, get away with it and what have you. And you waited until there was an investigation for Jay Dronia on some other situation that he had been doing around the fire department. No, I guarantee you, they would have known about it the day it happened, if ever some sub like this, because these are subhumans. Anybody that's racist, if you're a racist, low-life piece of shit, you are a subhuman, low-life piece of shit. And that's all there is to it. You see, I have no regard for low-lifes like this whatsoever. And to me, they need to be made examples out of. And I can assure you, they would have been made examples of that day if it were me. That whole department, that fire department, law enforcement, all of y'all would have known what they did that day. You see, that's how you deal with situations like this. Now, as for hate crime, yeah, anytime you play games like this, it's not a joke. We know how many people, so-called black people, that has been, dispatched by, the hands of low-life subhumans like this, but using a rope. Nothing funny about this right here. You see, nothing to joke about, as Jordan Hastings said, the one here on the right. You see. But shout out to the fire department, you understand what I mean, for firing them, and the Hastings, well, not Hastings, but Delaware police department for arresting them and putting their asses up on charges for a hate crime, because it's a hate crime. You see, and they should be treated as such. That's just what it is. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular video right here. You probably won't be able to voice your opinions because you got another lowlife behind the scenes making sure they, delete any and every kind of comment that's not even offensive or whatever. You understand? But whatever, hey, thanks for your efforts in trying. But if you can, comment, make sure you comment and let me know what you think about this. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.